Love you, Bhagwan.
Love you, love you.
Namaste, Bhagwan.
Namaste.
Dear Shri Bhagwan, welcome to Sheffield, to the Central England. We are so happy to have you here. We are very, very happy. Thank you for everything. Lots of gratitude for everything you are doing and you've done for us, Bhagwan. And please bless us strongly for awakening and good realization, all of us.
Yes.
Thank you, Bhagwan.
I know that. I know that.
Thank you.
I'm very happy to see you all. Shall we start?
Yes, please. Yes.
Tejasa will ask the questions and I'll answer them.
Thank you.
My beloved Bhagwan, what would be the best way to support oneness in the UK over the coming year? Should we be trying to make more Diksha givers, or would our time be better spent helping to deepen the state of the current Diksha community? Thank you, dear Bhagwan, for your patience, and please guide us as to the best way to serve you, beloved Bhagwan. I love you, Bhagwan. Thank you, Bhagwan.
The best way to help oneness would be, after we have released the powerful Diksha on February the 25th, you should take it to as many people. Atheists, communists, non-believers, it would be easy for any of them. So this is a very unique and powerful Diksha, and you should give it to almost anybody you could give it. That is the one which would really bring about the change you're talking about in 2012. So we would be giving you this power, and you could literally use it on anybody.
Thank you. Thank you, Bhagwan.
Bhagwan, please can you tell us how to make best use of the new Diksha you are giving us now for the awakening of the UK? Thank you, Bhagwan.
Yes, this new Diksha, it is powerful enough to put a newcomer into an awakened state almost immediately, and after he has taken it a few times, he could become awakened. So that is its power, though it also would help you in many other ways as byproducts. The main thing is to help you become awakened. And it's already started in the US, started in Russia, started in South Africa. It's going on very, very well.
Thank you. Bhagwan, I can appreciate how resolving one stuff can radiate out and affect those immediate family members and friends. But how can the awakening and heightened consciousness of only 70,000 people spread out and affect the whole world, Bhagwan?
Actually, though we appear like individuals, we are all connected at the collective level. As we go deep inside our consciousness, we would find that you could link up with somebody else, a total stranger. You could link up with him if you go deep inside your consciousness. We are all connected, and through certain experiments we know that we can affect 100,000 people. Each individual could affect 100,000 people. Therefore, if we have 70,000 people, we could affect 7 billion people. That is what we are talking about.
Thank you, Bhagwan. I feel blessed for having met you and Amma and for all the help I have received from both of you, Bhagwan. But sometimes I despair and wonder, will the suffering ever end? Will there be a point in our lives where suffering will actually stop? And can we be awakened without so much suffering, Bhagwan? Can we be in joy to reach towards suffering, Bhagwan, to awakening, Bhagwan?
Suffering could definitely end. We have thousands of them in the surrounding villages who no more have suffering. It's a fact of life. And suffering is not necessary to become awakened. People could joyously also become awakened. It depends on their life situation.
Thank you, Bhagwan. How can we help each other see our unconscious behaviors and patterns that are keeping us stuck? Thank you, Bhagwan.
One is to practice inner integrity, the other is to share with the other what you see. If you could share what's happening inside you with another, the process gets triggered in the other, and it becomes very, very easy for the other person also to have a good look at oneself.
Thank you,
Yes.
Bhagwan. Many of us in the West are steeped in a mythology of individualization, where uniqueness and definition from the collective mind is celebrated. How do you see oneness challenging or supporting these Western traditions of individual unfoldment and expression?
We would neither be supporting nor confronting these views. What happens is, once you become awakened, in one sense you cease to be an individual, in another sense you are an individual because you are very, very unique. That's why I've often said, if there are 7 billion people on the planet, there will be 7 billion varieties of awakening. Each one becomes unique. The awakened person is like a final product, and nature or God does not duplicate. Each one is unique. If there are 100 people who become awakened, they would not all be of the same variety. They would be totally different from each other. So there is a certain kind of uniqueness. I do not know if you could call that individuality, but certainly uniqueness is there once you become awakened. Right now we can say you're not so much unique, but once you're awakened, you're really very unique. Yes.
Thank you, Bhagwan. Dear Sri Bhagwan, I would like to get awakened and God realized as soon as possible. Can you please tell me if this is possible for me and give me clear instructions how to get there if yes?
It is definitely possible once the new Dikshas are introduced.
Thank you, Bhagwan. Sometimes I feel very empty inside and cannot see my life purpose. Is there anything that I could do to fulfill this emptiness, Bhagwan?
Well, escaping from the emptiness is what all people do. But what oneness is suggesting is, do not escape from that emptiness, but soak in it, stay with it, embrace it, do all these things, and you see what happens.
Thank you, Bhagwan. I have a Srimurti and Padukas from India. I usually take Diksha from them every day. From Srimurti, I can feel little energy, sometimes coming, but from Padukas, I cannot feel anything. In this case, is it still working, Bhagwan, or is it better just to take a Diksha from the Srimurti, Bhagwan?
In this case, for some time, it would be best to take Diksha only from the Srimurti.
Thank you, Bhagwan. My involvement with oneness and the rituals, prostration and processes have triggered a lot of conflict within my family, my close friends and my community. Please talk about how we can best resolve these conflicts in a loving and compassionate way. Thank you, Amma Bhagwan, for this divine gift of Diksha that you are bestowing upon humanity and your gentle nudging towards awakening and God realization.
Whatever you do, you must not create conflict within your family. You must do only things which are acceptable to your culture and to your people. The grace you would get in any case.
Thank you, Bhagwan. Shri Bhagwan, thank you for blessing the UK this time. Many of us here are new to oneness and Diksha. Can you help us have a deeper understanding of how to raise our consciousness? That is there a daily practice that all of us can do to help us to have even more awareness, Bhagwan?
See, oneness is all about a neurobiological shift in your brain. This cannot be brought about through you. The Diksha that we use sets in motion a process by which it automatically happens. So all that you need to do is, you should not resist the Diksha. That is your contribution. If you do not resist, the Diksha begins a certain process which actually transforms your brain. Unless there's a change in your physical brain, you would not be awakened.
Thank you, Bhagwan. Bhagwan, you often say that we should visualize things very clearly in 3 dimensions and colors. But since some time, It does not really happen like it was earlier. There are sometimes pictures inside, but they appear of its own. Otherwise, there is nothing. There is either bliss and happiness or deep silence when in your presence. Otherwise, it's most often some depth and space. Even my Antaryaman seems to be this depth and space. Rarely a picture comes as it was a few years ago. In life, it looks like it would be needed to create more money. But when I recently did the wealth course for people in Poland, I just sat there with you and Amma, totally happy, and there was no wish for anything. I'm telling you only as you told me during the meditation on Thursday that it is important to tell you this, Bhagwan. Any comment on this, Bhagwan?
It is not a problem if you do not have pictures, but what is important is you must have the emotion. If the emotion is not there, it does not work.
Thank you, Bhagwan. Last question, Bhagwan. Bhagwan, we have even a few children, teenagers here. What message do you have for children and teenagers? What oneness is really about and how it would help them in their lives now in 2012?
The teenagers must be helped to love themselves. Once they start loving themselves, everything would fall into place.
Thank you, Bhagwan. Bhagwan, please make us even better tools for the divine power, grace, and love. Thank you so much, Bhagwan.
I certainly will.
Thank you so much, Bhagwan. Love you so much, Bhagwan.
Love you.
Now we will move into meditation.
Yes.
Shanti, Shanti, Shanti,